What's up, everybody? This is CAR LOS Carter City Rag 2. My Hero Academia Vigilantes, Episode 7. English dub, let's get it on. Like it's don't get home.
That's me, Koichi Himawari, hero by night, college student by day.
Next week, you can expect a quiz on what we've been studying lately, namely Chapter 3. Everyone, be sure to review. That's all for today.
With that said, my day job's been eating my time, which is a little rough, or a lot rough.
Yeah.
Hey, you mind?
Please, feel free.
Nice to meet ya. I saw you from across the room and wondered what book's been taking up so much time.
Oh, this one?
Hero sociology's kind of dense. That's the one the professor wrote. Guess you're studying for the test? It's a good book, but it's written a little sloppy.
Wow.
You're best off finding a clubmate who passed the class and copying their notes.
Yeah, if I had a club, that'd be a great idea.
I see. A loner.
You got me. I'm a loner.
You should try fixing that.
I can't argue with you there.
Well, how about this? You can let me take care of you.
Huh?
I'm taking Arno's seminar.
Oh, careful, Makoto. Didn't know you had that cougar in you, girl.
You know.
What?
Koichi Himawari, freshman in the sociology department, also known as the Creeper of the East Naruhato ruins.
Ooh.
Didn't know that was still a thing.
Just so happens I'm looking for a fella who knows that area and wouldn't mind showing a lady around town. So hey. Of course, I'm not asking something for nothing here. I help with your schoolwork, and you help me. Call it a little tit for tat.
Let's go. Professional. Professional. So, episode 7. This the character I was waiting for.
No. For real? There's no way they got away with calling this old place a pet house. Some realtor must have totally pulled a fast one on you.
Yeah, you got a point there.
Alright, hold on. Yo, I was gonna say before knowing who's gonna be the English dub for the character, I forgot her name, man. But you guys would know a little bit more about her. I was like, it would be funny if Mama Lee did the VA for her. It would be so funny because Sayu is the VA of the detective. But yeah, I'll be again. They working together in a different anime, but
Give me 1 sec to clean up. Wasn't expecting company.
Now, what kind of things could a boy not want a young lady to see?
Swear it's not what you think. Oh, jeez. Pop, come on. Clean up after yourself. Oh, crap. Can't leave that out. I'd be in a whole mess of trouble if any strangers found out my secret identity.
How are things going in there?
Almost done. Sorry to make you wait. Oh, I almost missed the beer. Gotta hide that too.
Okay, let's focus on your situation first. You mind if I take a look at your course schedule? First, we'll sort your classes into 3 categories. Nothing matters but the final exam. Assignments are everything, and as long as you show up, I can get you the lecture notes and past exam questions for the first 2.
I wonder
But you
who's the
should be
VA
careful
of
to
her.
not let your attendance dip
Now I
for the
got
3rd.
search.
I really appreciate the help.
Next, let's take a look at hero sociology. I'll bring up those notes
Sounds
later.
familiar though.
But while I'm here, we might as well review the stuff the upcoming test is going to cover. You're on Chapter 3, right?
Yeah.
Chapter 3 of Intro to Hero Sociology. Friction between vigilantism and the hero licensing system.
Ooh.
Well, that's appropriate. First, speaking purely academically, vigilantism is a system by which civilians seek to keep the peace during times of social disorder. By their nature, these groups tend to be transitional, and as society stabilizes, they usually get absorbed into official systems, or face elimination. Now we're into some topics you might remember from high school. You recall the advent of the extraordinary and the birth of heroes?
Yeah, maybe. I feel like I learned about them in modern history. What were they?
When humans first started being born with quirks, it brought about a period of severe societal disorder. In response to that problem, some ordinary citizens became vigilantes, hoping to use their quirks to help enforce public order. Afterward, laws were passed governing common use of quirks, and the vigilantes gained an official legal basis for their work as heroes.
Yeah, I knew that. Definitely.
Or that's what they teach you in school.
So it's not true?
All right, time for a quiz.
Ooh.
Can you tell me where in the world I'd need to look to find the first hero licensing system?
Hang on. Somewhere in America?
Yeah, the state of Rhode Island. Back then, there were 189 vigilantes under the purview of the legislation known as the Rhode Island New State Statute. And of those 189, how many do you think were approved to become official heroes?
8.
What? Right, I get it. Guess they wouldn't all make the cut. Some people don't feel like heroes even if they mean well. Let's say about half of them?
Not quite half. The actual answer is 7.
Oh my goodness, I was that close. I said 8. I was that close. Dang.
40 of those vigilantes would go on to be classified as villains. The vigilantes won public support and became the first heroes. That notion gained public traction, and there certainly is a degree of truth to it. But according to some, the hero licensing system had one goal: not to promote heroes, but to define what makes a villain and lock them up. This put the government in control of quirks, and much to the chagrin of many, the labels would often feel arbitrary. Those deemed villains would quickly have their freedoms limited. These laws are controversial to this day, with detractors stating that their right to bear arms is being infringed upon, as well as their sense of self-determination. This brewed political mistrust. Simply put, the age-old question, who watches the watchman? A spirit of vigilantism gave rise to today's hero licensing system, but now you could say they're diametrically opposed, despite those roots. So, for our thesis, vigilantism, aka private justice, is the origin of today's hero-based public justice system. Yet they clash as each side monitors the other. At least that's Chapter 3's conclusion. Write that verbatim and you should pass. And review the pages I tagged.
Wow, I can't thank you enough.
Now, an extra question to keep you on your toes. So, when those laws went into effect, what do you think was the deciding factor that divvied people up into hero and villain camps?
Well, I don't think I know that one. I suppose following the law?
Oh, how cute. I'm afraid the answer is a secret.
Oh, come on. That's not something I could just write down on a test.
Whoopsie, sorry. You don't need to know that one for the test. That's from my own independent study. And if you want the answer, then you're gonna have to scratch my back, too. You don't mind helping me out, right?
Oh, you bet. I'd be happy to lend a hand in whatever way I'm able to, but I don't really know how useful I'd be.
Don't you worry. You know the Naruhata vigilantes on the news? I'm going to do some field research on them. A modern vigilante is like a living fossil placed at our doorstep. By studying them, I hope to gain new perspective on how the hero system became what it is today. Not to mention, they'll make the perfect hook for my paper. You okay?
Oh yeah, I'm fine. So I've heard they've been doing a lot of work to keep the streets safe, so I don't think you'd have any problems trying to talk to those guys. But still, it sounds like they're constantly dealing with villains, so be careful. I don't want you caught in that.
I've got nothing to worry about with my trusty bodyguard.
Wait, you mean me?
Oh, that's right.
Bye. See you at 10 a.m. Saturday in front of the train station.
She sure knows how to be persuasive. She has me in a bit of a tight spot. Gotta find a way to fool her safely. I get to see her Saturday.
Green floor. Welcome home.
Appreciate it.
It's been a while, Mr. Inspector.
Looks like you're busy. Writing a paper for class?
Yeah, I'm gathering some data right now. Oh, yeah, you could help. Aren't you in charge of quirk-related crimes at work? Got any juicy deets to share with your little sister?
You know I can't talk about those things with you.
Fine, but surely you can score me an interview with some big shot.
I'll tell you, it would have been funny if Amelie was the little sister, bro. It would have been. I'll tell you, they would have been. Yo, I'm just saying, it would have been funny to see these two interact in this series when they already interact with each other on countless videos, man. But I'm telling you, it would have been funny.
I'll bet your job gives you some pull. Huh? Okay, I'm sorry. That's my bad.
Hey, Makoto, some brotherly advice.
Makoto.
Heroes are one thing, but don't go running up to a villain and ask for an interview. They're
Ooh.
criminals through and through when you shouldn't get involved.
I don't know. Seems narrow-minded to condemn the offender rather than the offense. Heroes and villains do the same things, and some say the law draws a sketchy line. A stance that I happen to be in agreement with.
I'm not debating this with you right now. I know you're better with words. But whatever the rationale, they think it's fine as long as they don't cross the line. Then before long, they've stumbled so far over the line they can't see it anymore. First a victim, then an offender.
Then I'll be sure to think on that. In short, just don't go too far.
That's not what I was getting at. What I meant to say was you shouldn't go looking for danger.
What's up, danger?
She can't just barge in here as if she owns the place. Does she not understand that this is somebody's home?
Yeah.
Don't you think she was acting shameless?
Whatever
Why
you
do I
say.
have to hide when I've been here way longer than her? It's absurd.
Hey.
So first up, I approach my opponent while mixing in a few feints. Then I stretch my leg to trip them. If they dodge and it looks like they're getting ready to turn around and give chase, I come to a sudden halt and try to sweep their feet. Then if they get cautious and stay still, I escape without turning away.
Sure, that works. Hard to read your slide and glide moves in the first place. Toss in those foot sweeps to keep your opponent busy, and your average person will be sure to struggle. I like the transition to escape, too. Yeah, good work, kid.
Is that all?
He's improving on his
And
part.
move and run. Cool, weirdo.
It trips up the enemy, keeps him safe. Strategy.
It's fine. She's been in a bad mood the past few days. See, thing is...
What? Investigating vigilantes.
Yeah, I agreed to help an upperclassman at my college with her research. Just happened.
That's dangerous. Be careful. Can't let a third party figure out who we are. Else we'll have a whole slew of cops and villains alike at our door.
Right, I'd like to avoid that.
How stupid can you be?
Well, always best to silence people if we think they're gonna talk.
Whoa, I won't let it come to that! So no violence, please!
Sure, I'll let you handle it this time, but don't mix professional and personal life.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm on it. But to be clear, which one's supposed to be which?
Figure it out.
I'm gonna see post it will be try and follow them.
Hey! Thanks for coming out. Glad to see ya. What's up with those eyes, mister? Is there something on my face?
No, sorry. You look great. Really.
Say she looks average at best.
All right.
Dang.
I managed to find a few places people have reported seeing them often. I think maybe we should start our search there for now.
Sure. So, what's the plan? Any chance we're lucky enough to see them?
Meeting up with them firsthand would certainly be ideal, but I'm not expecting to score that big. I want to see how the general public views them.
Why's that?
Same reason I mentioned before. I want to know what the factor was that divided pro-heroes from villains back when the system first launched.
Right. The very thing you said you'd teach me about next time.
You got it. I doubt it was the law, or even morality. If you ask me, it came down to popularity.
What? You really think it came down to that?
Since quirks vary so wildly in power, there are pretty hard limits to how well a uniform set of rules can govern them. Ultimately, you have to rely on trust and let the user discern what's right. Take the hero ranking system. It's largely a popularity contest. That was even more obvious at the start, back before legislation had caught up. What I'm hoping to find out is this. How are the Naruhata vigilantes, who could be called primitive heroes, being received by the general populace in the areas they defend? If we can nail that down, we'll learn more about the fundamentals of superpowered society and modern heroes.
That makes sense. It's a fascinating topic. For no reason, I'd like to know too. Are they, like, popular?
Well, let's do some interviews and find out. You'll be the cam op.
Yeah?
Talking vigilantes? Oh, you mean those unlicensed heroes around here. Must be talking about guys like the Crueler. Crueler's great, but he's also kinda,
You know.
Pop Step, though? She's an online idol.
He like-
Once in the street. Lately, she's been keeping those streets safe for us, too. I hope more than anything that she's safe out there. But it is nice seeing her in public.
We're big fans. Always, forever.
I said the autograph is
There's
awesome.
bad ones too. The Freaky Fist Grandpa.
The Crueller's probably a creep. Betcha he looks up girls' skirts as he slides by. Was
Dang.
that boy's name the Crueller? He returned my purse when I dropped it. Such a sweetheart. If only he didn't look like a little...
What? That cockroach? Nah, guys like that only help people
Get
out
your
so no one
transition
suspects what
right
they're
there.
getting up to.
Okay.
Cute, I want to look at him, buddy.
Oh, so her name is Pop, huh? Gotta kill her butt.
It's about time. She should graduate from the level of amateur singing and head for the big leagues. After all, what people really want from idols nowadays is a coming-of-age story. So I don't think that she should be flaunting her body like that. Rather, if she'd only listen to me.
Apparently, there's a dangerous geezer attacking people. Scary.
Folks who get into fistfights with villains? Oh, please. There's no way. Fake news for sure.
Heard something about an older kid from my school. Apparently, he was punched to death by Freaky Fist Grandpa. Look, it's all true.
Aggregating what people like about Pop Step gives us her butt. She's cute. For Freaky Fist Grandpa, I don't know. He's scary, dangerous. For the Crueler, we've got creepy. He's nice but creepy. Seems cool but creepy. Weird and creepy. That's a rough summary of what we heard.
People must think he's creepy.
Everyone thinks he's creepy.
A thief!
In daylight? There he goes! It's another soccer robbery! He dribbles to the crowd! How does he manage to keep it up? Truly an all-star player in the world of thievery! But wait! Why is he dribbling in the first place? And what does the penguin look have to do with it? Our thief, Emperor Yatsura. Quirk, soccer. How's that even count as a quirk? Get back here, you...
He should be a soccer. I don't know. This is the reason I feel like if you want to use your quirk, better use it in freaking the professionalism of soccer. He could have been a pro soccer player, bro.
Guy, you're not getting away!
Why would you even bother getting changed?
Oh, hey, Pop.
Isn't this good? If her laptop gets stolen, she'll learn her lesson and leave us alone.
I can't just turn my back like that. Besides, I understand. The crawler's identity needs to remain a secret, but I can show off a bit.
Awesome, but why do you have to show off in front of her?
He just got a soccer ball.
I'm the guy who caught up with the thief, the crawler. Let's test it. My high-speed double sweep. He kept dribbling while he dodged. Okay, then. I'll give some space for now. Take this! Want some more? Pond Mater's ass! Stay down!
You're gonna go easy on you?
Whoa, come on, guys! You can stop any time now! Violence isn't the answer!
What the hell are you talking about, man?
Give it to Pop Step and just leave, bro. Leave.
They have my laptop. Please let me through. Oh, are you okay?
Yeah, went too fast and fell down trying to get it back.
You're the one who caught that guy?
No, you know those vigilantes that you've been gathering data on? One of them rushed in as fast as can be. And honestly, he didn't strike me as creepy at all. Come on, the Crueler didn't actually do anything this time.
Well, catch you next time, you two!
Thanks for your help, boys! And thanks to you too, Koichi. I got some excellent data from all this.
Totally.
I wish I could have been there so I could meet the Vigilantes like you did. But hey, there's always next time.
What do you mean next time?
Oh, just remembered. I have a question for you, if you would entertain me.
Yeah?
The
Guess.
truth is, you're the crueler, aren't you?
Akato Sukauchi, quirk, polygraph. It requires physical contact in order to function. With her power, she always knows if someone's telling the truth.
What? No, I'm not.
Truth.
Oh, sorry.
Having trouble with that paper from before?
Something like that. I suppose I could make it halfway decent with the data I've already acquired.
Halfway's not enough for you.
You're right. It needs some punch. I thought I had my hands on something great. Maybe I've lost my touch.
Opinions on the crueler. Get it together. Quit messing around. Doesn't take it seriously. Too lazy. You found yourself one tough crowd.
Opinions on pop step. Butt, can't sing, booty, got a killer butt. Ignore it. Who are these guys? It's not like I'm gonna accept this nickname anyway. They've gotta stop calling me the Crawler. Is the Crawler hard to say? I'm not this Crawler.
Why do you think you need to send your complaints my way?
Oh my god. Yeah, they did an awesome job with it. With that when the scene when she grabs his hand like, "Are you the crueler?" They did an amazing job on this scene.
The truth is, you're the...
They did an amazing job on this scene. That was like how it is. Like, y'all, they did a fantastic job. They did a fantastic job this scene. This was that was the thing I was worried about. I was like, let's see if they did the scene correctly. Boy, they did it correctly. Loving it, loving it, loving it. Previews, nothing in the end. So, all right, that's the end of this reaction to episode 7 of My Hero Academia Vigilantes English dub. Hope you guys enjoyed this format. If you guys did, smash the like button, subscribe, and subscribe to this channel for more reaction to My Hero Academia Vigilantes every Mondays. I usually do it live. This time around, why I do it in this format because I enjoy this series, this new character that we get. I'm telling you, we will know what's the difference between hero and vigilantes, and the way she's doing the research is awesome. And like you really get into more. Like, man, I want to know more now. So she was the character that like got me into like, you know what, I'm going to continue because her thinking is awesome and like, yeah, that's got me interested. So yeah. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next episode. The upload. Adios.